Good morning, y'all. It's Michelle from the Hudson Family Homestead, and I apologize. I don't have my teeth in, so I'm not going to show my face. Probably can tell by the way I'm talking, and I apologize. I'm out with the dogs this morning. Today is a beautiful Saturday here in on the coast of North Carolina. Got Snoopy and Josie out. They're playing around in one of the beds in the yard, one that we still got to work on. I see you. Yeah, these are our mixed boxer pit puppies. Josie is the brindle on the right, and then Snoopy is the white one on the left. He's got a lot of spots underneath his white coat, which it's like, do you got Dalmatian in you, boy? I don't know, but he's got some spots on his coat. But they are the cutest, sweetest, loving puppies. Very intelligent. And Daddy said that this was the only place they could dig. And so we let them dig a little bit here, but nowhere else. But they're very intelligent. And they're getting, yeah, you're a pretty girl. Yeah, that mama baby girl. She's so pretty. I love her. Yeah, they got up at 7:30 this morning. The Snoopy, the young man right there, he's a whiny boy. Loves to whine. He's the first one to wake up and the last one to go to sleep. Very sensitive. Curious. So Snoopy was a really good name for him. I can't seem to get Snoopy out. She's up under my gown. What are you doing, girl? No. No, it's not jeans. Not time to play. But he is very curious and inquisitive. You know, a little courageous, but yet very sensitive. And I mean, you could clap your hands and say no, and he hollers like you're whining. I mean, like you're whipping him or something. And then Josie, she is the brave, very intelligent and smart. Not to say Snoopy isn't, but she seems to be catching on quickly to words. She knows the word water, and they already know, pee pee poo poo outside. But they're still young, so they're bladders, because they were born around April 15th, and we are getting close to June 15th, so they're almost 2 months old. So yeah, today is Saturday, June 10th. I was on vacation this past week, did not get a single thing accomplished like I wanted to. I just wasn't really feeling all that well, and just mainly rested. Hadn't taken a week's vacation in probably 6 months, and so we didn't go anywhere. A little bit broke, husband filed for disability, so it's just my income right now. We've had a lot going on, got a lot coming up, but we're now pretty much an empty nest now that the girls are out of school. Their mom has a full-time job, and she's fixing to get her own place in about a month or two, I believe. And so they're pretty much with their mom. She's doing really good. I'm so proud, and it's time. They've been with us for a year, and Valina is 12, and her daddy's fixing to get married to his fiance Tanya, Jonathan and Tanya. My oldest son Jonathan, who is Valina's daddy. Him and Tanya are getting married July 22nd. So we're going to be going up to Greenville to the wedding, and Jalen and Valina will be in their wedding. And, Valina's at that age. She needs to spend, some time with her dad, and, and she needs her mom. She loves her mama so much. And Jalen is more independent, 14 years old. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's 14. She'll be 15 next month, July 13th. I can't believe she's going to be 15 years old. Anyhow, yeah, so Jalen, she's got a boyfriend. Jalen was a freshman this year at Pender High School, so she graduated to be a sophomore. Her boyfriend Josh goes to Pender as well, and he is going to be a junior. And then we have Valina, who just started middle school, 6th grade this year. She passed to the 7th grade. So I'm not sure if she's going to be going to West Pender Middle next year or not. She may end up going to another school. I'm just really not sure. Where you going, Snoopy? You gotta go poo-poo? You better go poo-poo. Yeah, so today is Saturday, the last day of my pretty much vacation, because tomorrow is church. So I got a lot to do in the house. We still don't have the pool up and going. I don't know if we'll get to that this year or not, because the girls are going to be spending a lot of time with their mom and their mom's side of the family, and because they've been with us for a year. So it's time for Papa and I to, kind of rekindle our relationship, just the two of us. My husband, for the past 12 years, up until this past December, worked out of town every week, would leave early Monday morning before the sun came up to head 2 to 3 to 4 hours away in the state, working on assisted livings, buildings that his company had specialized in, and he was the electrician. He did all the kitchen, got the kitchen, generators, lights, everything electrical, the elevators hooked up, stoves in the kitchen. So, so he's hurt his back probably 10, 12 years ago, not long after he had started working out of town. And it's just gotten worse. So he got laid off this past December, and, he got his unemployment. But once that ran out, his back, he's just, getting up in age. And we're hoping that, his disability will come through. But it's going to be a long process, because he just did file probably 3 weeks ago. And, so it's going to be tight. So I'm going through making a monthly meal plan, with the things that we got in our freezer. So I've been doing inventory on that. Just got a brand new stove. It's a Samsung Smart Things. We have always bought a lot of our appliances used at a place near us, Archer's Used Appliances. So we paid about, I think, $350 for it. But we've been buying used appliances from them for years, and each appliance that we have ever purchased has lasted anywhere from 7 to 10 years. So really, if you add up with the price you pay, it's not that bad. I got that yesterday, so yay! I can start cooking and baking again. But I did learn 2 things yesterday, y'all. You just will not believe. That 2 things I never, ever knew, and I'm 56 years old. I see you. Are you getting tired? Ow! Don't bite my legs. They love to fight, and not fight, but kind of wrestle with one another. But they get a little antsy with each other. Have to break them up sometimes. Don't like them to get too far in that. But anyhow, so I learned. I never knew that at the bottom of every stove, maybe you know this, maybe, I don't know why, I just never knew. I guess because I never helped to put one in, and I was helping my husband slide it in, and it wasn't, hey, be nice. I was helping him to slide it in, and then we've got our counters on, and I'll show you, I'll do a picture of that stove in a little bit. But we had to slide it in, and it wasn't level with the right and left side counters. So my husband said, well, we got to raise it up. And I said, well, what do you got to use to raise it up? That's going to look awkward. And he said, it's got underneath the bases on each corner, you can twist it and turn it, and it raises it up. I said, really? I said, does every stove do that? And he said, yeah. And I said, I never knew that. So, I learned that was something I learned new yesterday. Another thing, the first thing I baked in my oven was brownies last night to test the oven out. They were the perfect, best brownies ever. And but I put, because I used an old pan of mine that, I mean, it's rusted, but not bad rusted. It had some rusted spots, you know, because it's a cheap 13x9 baking pan. So I sat there and had some parchment paper to put in, but it kept rolling up and it wouldn't, like, when I press it down, it wouldn't stay. And I thought, how in the world do people use parchment paper with it not coming up and not, you know, I just didn't know. So I Googled, you know, how to make my parchment paper lay flat. And a little YouTube video came up, and it was a man said that you crumble up once you tear off the length that you need, you ball it up, crumble it up, and it makes it malleable so that you can spread it out, you know. So I watched him do it, and I was amazed because I never knew that is how you make parchment paper lay flat. So, yeah, 56-year-old woman learned 2 things yesterday that I never, ever knew. So it was a learning experience. Well, this video is getting long. I love you guys. Hope you're being blessed and encouraged. And, yeah, we're entering a new season here. And, but we are trusting the Lord, and He has always provided for our needs. And so I'm going to go, oh, this new stove, it's got a bread-proof button. You know, since it's used, we do not have a manual on how to use it. And it has a Sabbath feature, if you can, Sabbath, Sabbath feature on it, a button. And I'm like, what in the world? So I Googled the manual and going to print that out so that I'll have it for the instructions, because it has a bread-proof button. I was like, what in the world is a bread-proof button, and what is the Sabbath button feature? But evidently, from what I was reading, I guess, you know, the Sabbath, you don't do any work, you know, and, you know, especially Jewish people and other people that, you know, that celebrate the Sabbath. They, what are you doing, boy? You get excited running through them bushes. So anyhow, I guess that the Sabbath feature, maybe they can make something and put it in the oven. I really didn't get to read the instructions real good or understand it. But evidently it's so that they don't have, you know, they're not supposed to do any work, the Jewish, on the Sabbath. And people that celebrate it don't do any work. Christians that celebrate it. So I guess it's a feature that you can put it in, and I don't know, evidently maybe do the work for you, you know, so you don't have to bake on the Sabbath or something. I still got to read up more on it, but I thought that was pretty cool. And then it had a bread-proof, which I've never made homemade bread. So those of you who have, you probably know what the word bread, or what bread-proof means. Well, I didn't know. So I was reading in the manual, and where y'all going? You can't go that far. Get back here. You can go poo-poo if you got to go poo-poo, but we got to get closer to the house. Come on, this way, come on. So the bread-proof, ow! You're supposed to let your bread rise at a certain temperature. You know, it needs warm temperatures. So this, you make your dough, and then you put it in your bread pan, and then you put, what are you doing? What are you doing? So you make the bread, your dough, and you put it in the bread pan, and then it puts it at a perfect temperature when you push that button that helps it to rise, you know, 2 to 4 hours. I just thought, and then you go ahead and, after you bread proof it, you know, then, which it's rising in the oven at that perfect temperature, then you can bake it. I just thought that was neat. So that's one of my things that I want to do. They love running through this island. They love getting their play out. I'm giving Daddy a break, letting him sleep in today. Yeah, because that one right there wakes up sometimes 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. But this morning it was 7:30, and it's now close to 10 o'clock. So letting Daddy sleep. So yeah, I'm going to try to, get some yeast packets and try to venture out and make me some homemade bread and put it in the oven. All right, these little guys have brought us so much joy. Quit that fighting. Come on, let's get some water. Come on, you want some water? Let's go get some water. So yeah, but y'all be blessed. Be encouraged. Know that we love you here at the Homestead, Hudson Family Homestead. But remember, Jesus loves you so much more. All right, guys. Till next time. Come on. This is my new Samsung SmartThings cooktop oven. Yes, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes. This one is a warming center, so that if you have some vegetables or you got more, you're cooking a big Thanksgiving dinner, you can keep something warm on this one. It's got the bread proof feature. Bake, broil, keep warm, self-clean, steam clean, smart control. This thing has voice control, y'all, where you can download an app, which I doubt I'm going to do that. I don't even know if it would work, and you got to have the Wi-Fi out here in the country. So yeah, that one I probably won't do. And it automatically, if you forget to shut your oven off after baking something, it said 12 in the manual, 12 hours. It'll automatically shut off on bake. If it's on broil and you forget, it shuts off after 3 hours. So the warming center on and off, and then it has levels for the warming center. Timer, off 3 seconds, cook time, delay start, lock. That says 13 seconds something, settings, or 3 seconds. 3 seconds, lock, start, set, off. I gotta fix the time. Yeah, so this is my new oven, and I'm loving it. I'm so happy. Thank you to my honey for doing that. But yeah, never knew that you turn those and it raises it up to level it with the counter. So I thought that was pretty cool. One of our projects this summer is to hopefully tile, put backsplash and tile and stuff underneath our cabinets here. We've been here 7 years, hadn't done that yet. Whoops. And these are my brownies that I made last night. Y'all, they were the best brownies I've ever fixed. Also, to let y'all know, I'm going to be uploading some videos to clear off pictures and videos from my phone here in the next few days. So be looking for those. They're old. They go back all the way to March. And so I apologize. I've just been a little slow in getting that done. So, yeah, so I'll make sure I mention what months they are. I'm also probably, after this video, going to do a get to know me better video, where I'm going to answer, about 40 questions, just to get to know me better. All right, love you guys. Be blessed. Be encouraged. Know that we love you here on the Hudson Homestead, but Jesus loves you so much more. All right, till next time.